Take this overboard now.
Poppin' Tea Squad, it's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Married to Medicine Season 9 Reunion Part 3. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only and not to be taken seriously. So if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. But before I begin, I want to remind you guys that this Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time is my interview with Love and Marriage Huntsville reality star and producer Melody Cherie. So glad I got the opportunity to interview her. I asked all of the burning questions that have been on my mind and maybe even some of yours. So make sure you guys tune in this Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. The reunion picks up exactly where we left off last week with Eugene versus Kiran. And Curtis jumps in, and you know Curtis is pretty much always quiet. He really doesn't say too much, get involved or anything. Cecil will be the one to jump in and try to mediate, and even Daddy, but really rarely not Curtis. But Curtis jumps in and calls out Eugene for, in the past, you know, making fun of his situation with Jackie when he stepped out on their marriage. And Eugene doesn't feel like it's the same because he was like, I didn't go out and rent something to create a joke. And Curtis was like, there's no difference. Like, what y'all arguing about is trivial based versus you making fun of, you know, me cheating on my wife, which is something even more serious. I understood very well what Curtis was referring to. And it is like the pot calling the kettle black. Like, you can dish it, but you can't take it. So Eugene, you got called out on that one. So Andy asks Eugene about Toya being lonely, and he says that, you know, he was for the last 2 years, he had been working at 2 different ERs, and he basically had removed himself from the house. I guess because he wanted to ensure that he didn't get anybody sick, and in the process, you know, it left Toya being alone. But he says he's working on things, you know, he's trying to be more present and affectionate towards her. So prayerfully they'll get in a better place. Then they get to Scott and last season, and he admits that he was, you know, engaging with women in his DMs. He said he never had any intent of it going any further than that or anything like that, but it was wrong and inappropriate. And I was like, well, at least somebody being honest about last season, because leave it up to Contessa. You would think last season never even fucking happened. So Andy was like, will you perform the song that you created for Contessa? He was like, yeah, anytime. Right now? Oh, let's go. So, child, I immediately just held my breath because I was just like, why, Jesus? Why? Today has been rough enough. Why are you doing this to me? Why on God's green earth? Why on Beyonce's internet? Beyonce's cable television are you doing this? So Scott get up and perform his song, and he's actually singing the chorus. Lost with, lost, I'm lost without you, girl. I'm lost without you, girl. And then he up here trying to find his camera, and then he was like, oh, the camera right here. Lost with, I'm lost without you, girl. Well, Contessa, you know I'm lost without you. You know I do without you. You my biggity bouncing. I wanna ride you, yeah. Cause I never cheat on you, girl. Ooh, you my whole wide world. It's just like, what? Oh, no, absolutely not. I never want to go through that again. Never. I have been through enough. I survived cancer, goddammit. I never want to see Scott old ass up there rapping like he a part of the Beastie Boys or some shit. You couldn't tell this nigga he wasn't cool. Modi, like, oh God. I just need to, like, I wish I could rinse my brain out with bleach so I could never remember that ever again in life. Ugh. He brings up Toya's penis comment, and she denies that she was talking about Eugene's, you know, penis size. and that what she meant was she didn't know that over time, sex with your partner can become lame and predictable. Yeah, no. Those are two totally different things, darling. You stuck your foot in your mouth, girl. It's fine, but up here trying to justify it and all of that, girl. No, have several. No, nobody believes you. Nobody, no, absolutely not. So, anywho, Quad then says that she feels like Eugene is always cleaning up Toya's messes for her. And Eugene says, your jokes were way worse than what Toya said. And Quad was like, and I meant what I said. You all call yourself divorce shaming me. And he was like, how did I divorce shame you? And she was like, with the t-shirt y'all gave me and the Snuggie Thomas, I'm in this big house by myself. First of all, Eugene ain't said nothing about no damn Toya. I mean, Quad. If anybody was gonna be shady towards Quad, it would be Toya. But do I think that that basket was shady? It probably was because it came from Toya, and Toya don't really like her. But I don't. I think that the way she comes at Eugene, I don't understand it. I don't understand where it came from. Like, what's up with that? Do he remind her of Gregory? Like, what is going on? Is this misplaced anger? I'm really like perturbed by it. So Toya was like, you went online and called him a bitch. She was like, I didn't call him a bitch. I called him Eugina. And she was like, same thing. Like, what the fuck? And I mean, like, girl, that is calling that man a bitch. Like, stop it with the semantics. So Eugene was like, what do you have against us? And Quad was like, I have nothing against you. He was like, well, then quit talking about us. And Quad was like, then shut your mouth about me. And she's sitting up there doing that little evil goddamn face. And Andy was like, Quad, you said, I know exactly what I said. And Andy was like, okay, bitch, calm the fuck down. I'm reading what I gotta read. Okay. Sit down, calm down. All right. So Andy reads the tweet that she put out about Eugene needs some Viagra and Cialis and all this. And Quad was like, oh, and I forgot some T and J to go under his armpits. And I'm like, so you trying to say the man stink? And she was like, how about that? And I'm like, come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Like, her attitude is just nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. And she can go. She's not married to medicine. Like, please get her off of my screen because, like I said, the way she attacks Eugene, you would think she want to fuck Eugene. You would think she want to be Toya because I'm just so shocked by the way that she comes at him. Like, I really low key think when she looks at Eugene, she sees Gregory. Maybe it's the fact that Gregory done moved on and got him a new woman and engaged, and she's still sitting over there sad and miserable, child. But it's misplaced anger or something. It's giving, why are you so obsessed with me? It's like, what is going on? So Eugene was like, Quad is miserable. So Toya and Quad going back and forth. And they then get to Damon. Andy asks Damon, how he feels about everything. And he was like, Andy, I don't argue with women. If a man comes at me, then it's whatever, but I just like to talk things out. I use my words very carefully. I speak slowly, and in Contessa, if I said anything that offended you, I apologize. I should have came to you earlier, but nobody listens to each other in this group. Nobody ever lets me finish saying what I have to say. That's why I just pulled back from everybody because nobody listens to me. I'm Damon Kimes and I'm Dr. Heavenly's husband, but nobody respects me in this group, and I just don't appreciate it. Heavenly then brings up the fact that Quad told her that Contessa was talking about her, and Contessa was like, when did I talk about you? When? And so she was like, the day of the COVID testing, Quad came back and told me that you sat in the car and told her everything that I said about her, but a lot of it was misconstrued. So Heavenly goes on to say that it was taken out of context and she wasn't the one that initiated the conversation about Quad cheating with the married man, and Contessa was like, you did. It was on television. And they show the flashback when she was out with Anila and was like, girl, I got something to tell you. You better not say nothing to nobody. Girl, I'm so happy this season is over. The lies. So Scott was like, I think Heavenly and Damon are really good people. We were all friends. But when I did finally watch the episode on her YouTube channel, he was like, damn, like you really kicked me when I was down. And she apologizes. And Contessa was like, but you called him abusive. And she was like, I forgot what the hell Heavenly said, but it all is damn ridiculous at this point. So Andy asks Damon how he feels about, Heavenly, because this season we saw a different side of him, getting Heavenly together after that dinner scene from hell. And he was like, he was tired. Shit, he was working. He feel like all that hooping and hollering and all that shit. And he wanted her to simmer the fuck down. Like, shit, I'm tired of you. So Andy asked the guys how they feel like the women can be more like them when it comes to their relationships with each other. And Quad turns and asks Damon, your wife does the same thing over and over again. I don't think that you fully know what goes on Heavenly's closet, but she does the same thing over and over again. She drags us, and Heavenly jumps in, was like, and they drag each other on TV and on social media, so what's the difference? And Quad goes on to ask Damon a question, and Heavenly turned to her and told him, talk to me. Don't have that conversation with my husband. Don't talk to my motherfucking husband. And like really mad, telling her don't talk to her husband. Girl, fuck you. Fuck you. You want to talk about everybody else's husband and say what the fuck you want to say about people and their relationships and their marriages and all of this stuff, but can't nobody ask your husband a fucking question. Girl, fuck you. Fuck you. Please. Fuck you in the ass. So they go back and forth and shit. And Damon was like, I'm a man. I'm going to answer the question. If you have a question you want to answer me, Andy. And Heavenly just sitting there looking stupid. Looking stupid as always. And Andy goes ahead and asks him the question, like, how does he feel about, Heavenly's closet and, the lady saying that she drags them. And he was like, all of us have homework that we need to do. So, I would be remiss to, point out the homework that Heavenly has to do, but we all need to work on ourselves. I hate everybody. I hate it. And that was pretty much it for Reunion Part 3. It really didn't have to be a Part 3. They could have added all this in Episode 2. Overall, I'm going to give Season 9 of Married to Medicine a B+. It was a entertaining season. It was. I just think that now we need to do something different. I don't know what needs to change on this show. Like the cast that they have right now is really good, but I feel like they need to introduce some new blood into the group. I feel like they can get rid of Quad and bring in an actual wife to the show. Audra was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like she came in and then she kind of like fizzled for me. I don't know if I want to see her back for another season. Maybe if she does come back, maybe as a friend to the show. But I would like to see another actual wife on the show and maybe another friend to the show. But Quad could absolutely go at this point. I hated the way she behaved. I did not like the way that she treated Eugene. She just seemed very vindictive and just angry, and I didn't like it at all. Heavenly is not going to change at all. Not going to change, whatever. So you can forget that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I mean, Jackie can honestly go. Jackie don't do shit. Like Jackie literally just uses the show for promotion for whatever she's doing, which is great. But like a storyline, she doesn't have one. She really honestly doesn't. At least Simone get in there and get her hands dirty. But what does Jackie do? Like Jackie can honestly go. Let me know what you guys thought about Reunion Part 3. What did you guys think about the overall season? What would you grade it? Let's talk in the comment section, you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.